After many months of negotiations with the owners and the Penobscot Marine Museum, Big Jim was disassembled on Sunday, March 29th in Prospect Harbor. Joining us were Dan and Henry Miller from Belmont Boat Works, who brought their crane up from Belfast and started to work. First was a fair amount of time devoted to strapping and securing the pieces of Big Jim so that he could be controlled in his descent. The first chunk to be removed was going to be the very top, which includes his hat, his face, and both his shoulders. Here's Dan rigging it up so that we could steer the big pieces of aluminum as they came down as a single section. It took quite a while to get this done. That was the first chunk that let go. On to the second. Now he's ready to be removed.
Lord be. That was the one that was holding it.
Up he goes. If you look to the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see Kevin Johnson on the ground holding those ropes, along with Dan, holding the ropes to help steer Big Jim down. There he is from the front. And did I say it was windy? Well, it was. It was about 35 degrees all day and brisk. We were very cold. Dan and Kevin are on the ground with the guidelines, making sure that Big Jim also doesn't blow into those power lines that aren't too far off to the side. Part of that movement is the wind, part of that is them steering him so that as the crane moves, he can be lowered safely. He's spinning around. Trying to keep things under control as he faces the sun. Slowly, 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 bringing him down. There are 12 pieces in all. This top section is 4 of the 12. Each piece is 1/4-inch aluminum sheet metal. That's Dan Miller in the white hat. He's done this before. And now, final step. He's on the ground, lowering him slowly down. Each section's held together with strapping and a lot of bolts. So, as each piece is lowered, the crew on the ground unbolts it, takes the pieces apart, and waits for the next piece. John Eck and Jennifer Stucker with a foot. There goes the lobster trap. Random pieces already debolted on the ground. There's the next piece. Getting down to the final sections. One more leg. And there's the final piece. Dan and Kevin lowering to ground. That's all of Big Jim. Flat pack on a dolly. And there's his frame. He even had a police escort leaving town.